Welcome to another episode of the Shirtless Plantain Show. It's your host, Tosin, alongside Tommy. This is the Manchester United edition of the Shirtless Plantain Show, and today we will talk about Man United versus Brighton, a 2-1 loss. Before we start, Tommy, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm here to talk about United, a little under the weather, but fuck it, we ball.
You know what else makes me I'm also under the weather too, but I'm more so sick of Man United fans because they are acting like punks on the internet. Every other tweet that I'm seeing, because I'm technically not on Twitter right now, whatever, but I have seen a lot of stuff, and I'm just like, yo, y'all some punks, man. Y'all some real life and again, I'm not here to misgender nobody, okay? I don't care if you're her, whatever, if you're she, her, they, them, whatever your pronouns is, right? Whatever you identify as, I respect you, okay? Because I'm here with solidarity. However, stop being a bitch. And bitch for me is gender neutral, okay? It is sex neutral, gender neutral. Stop being a bitch on the internet. ASAP Yam said, your grandmother's dying words would be, I wish she wasn't such a bitch on the internet. And truly, some of you guys are just straight up just masochists who are punks and watch other teams and get jealous and don't realize like what your situation is. And I hate it. Like, stop being a punk. Seeing people, Bruno Fernandes doesn't do this, or Rashford doesn't run in behind, or this and that. And it's just, shut up, man. Like, seriously, like, it's weird. It's weird that every 5 minutes you got something to complain about. Honestly, if you were that good at what you do, you'd be at the board of United or you'd be doing something in football. You're not. So shut up and just be a fan. Because I get it. It's frustrating when your team isn't that good, but that's the ebbs and flows of being a football fan at the end of the day. Sorry for going to rant, Tommy, but it's
Oh no,
annoying me.
you're fine. No, you're fine because I feel the same way. I talked to bro. I said it, and we were talking about it. We were talking about it even yesterday. They don't. United fans don't know football. What Pogba said in that documentary was so true.
It was
And
it
not
wasn't
on.
it wasn't a thing, by the way. That was Photoshop, but still
Oh
the
my
visual,
God,
yeah.
I wish it was. I wish it was real because it's true. Because the way I see you guys talk on the internet is so frustrating. You guys are being bitches, and I don't know what United fans have. You guys have this like inferiority complex. I don't know if it's the new fans or something. We're Manchester United. When you see other teams doing well, or when other players or when other teams talk about our players, we tear them down. Shut up, shut up. And another thing, people who've been United fans for years, we've always complained about how bad the board is, how bad the Glazers are. Like you always say, Tosin, they replaced Ronaldo with Obertan, Valencia, and a washed Michael Owen. That won't get fixed or changed within one summer, bro. We still have Deadwood that we're trying to get rid of. We're able to sell McTominay for 30 million. Do you think that's happening under the Glazers? No. Like we're finally selling players, we're finally moving players, and we brought in some very good players. Mazarawi's been good. Delit, I know he's still been slowly coming in because I guess he didn't have a preseason, but he's been good. You've seen Xerxes' impact, and Euro. I have faith in him being good. He's 19. That injury, we just wait for him to come back. Like you've seen that. Like you've seen we making steps forward. It's okay. Stop bitching and moaning. And honestly, if you are gonna complain, like no one wants to lose. It's fine losing. Complain in that vacuum. Complain in the vacuum of that loss. Don't be out here saying, well, see, this is why we need to sell Rashford. Look at him, what's he doing? Bro, relax. You're gonna sell Rashford and replace him with who? You think Garnacho is gonna be able to play like the 50 games a season is needed with no backup left winger? Or just replace with him with Leao. Leao and Rashford are the same player. I'm letting you know right now. Like it's okay.
Before we start, I've said this about Leao over and over again because again, I was very privileged to have the job that I had, which was to cover Serie A, and I watched a lot of Rafael Leao. And I remember when I was seeing United fans, some people on the internet saying how, I want to get Leao in and this and that. I've said it over and over again. Leao and Rashford are the same bits of frustrating, the same bit of brilliance. So when they're on it, they're on it. When they're pissing you off, they're pissing you off. The goal that Palmer scored against Milan yesterday, the second goal that they scored,
Yeah,
it was a misplaced Leao
bro,
pass.
he tried to switch across field. He undershot it. And you know how many times I've seen Rashford make that same? They're the same player. Like it's okay, guys. Stop. And this goes back to something I always say on this podcast: watch other leagues and watch other teams, please, because you're pissing me off.
Yes. Now let's get into the game. United lost 2-1. Brighton's our bogey team, man. Like Amex, I was thinking about getting an Amex card. I don't know if I want to get one anymore, man. I don't
Nah,
know.
Even talking
Nah,
about that stadium, you talking about that stadium, like that stadium is always like you said iffy. But like Danny Welbeck always scores against United. I knew he
you
was
know,
walking out here with a goal.
you know what's crazy? Danny Welbeck he scored the most goals against Man United as a non as a former United player.
Like, Danny Welbeck, all the people we sold, it's all the Danny Welbeck to come back and haunt us. I'm sick of this. And and then I think it was a couple weeks ago. I think coach was talking about how Danny Welbeck is loved by United and Arsenal fans. No, I don't like Danny Welbeck. I was a young kid and I watched him try to chip Neuer in the Champions League quarterfinals. I will never forgive him for that. And you know what makes it worse? All week in practice, the coaches said Neuer's slow to get down. Shoot it low. One on one, he tries to chip a 6'6" goalie. I don't love Danny Welbeck. It's beef.
I love Danny Welbeck. I'm sorry. He's one of the few Ghanaians like Kobe Mano I love. And Carl Anka. Nah, jokes aside. But I mean, it was a frustrating game to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things that I will say, if you watch enough United, we've changed. We've improved. There's a lot of good players in small spaces. They could play small spaces very well. Marzwari is very good in the ball. Dalot, one of the best fullbacks in any position, left or right in the world. Amazing player. To think, a few years ago when he was at Milan, we sent him on loan.
hmm
We didn't think he was going to be at the club anymore. Now Dalot is just impressive, right or left back. Harry Maguire, made a mistake. Harry Maguire is imperious. I mean, he's great. I don't give a
He
damn
was
what
still
you
good this game. Yeah, that he made a mistake for that first goal, but and that's another thing I like. I gotta give Maguire his flowers. The way he bounces back from like mistakes or resiliency, it's crazy. Like he made a mistake, he could have like let his head drop, but he was fighting. I would say, I think he was. Him and Martinez were good in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and Martinez is still rusty. You can tell we need him
Yeah,
preseason. Andre Onana, it was probably his best game at United shirt. His distribution yesterday was stupid. Andre Onana was Casemiro and Kobe. Kobe, I mean, Kobe's great. Casemiro, I can see his legs are trying to fade a little bit, especially when Balbea came on, the Cameroonian
yeah,
midfielder.
man. No,
He had
it was
Casemiro in a headlock.
Bro,
Uh,
it was peak. But no,
yeah.
I like Kobe's game has been like sneakily very well rounded this year. Like he's
Mhm.
done a lot. Like he's improved on the defensive side. Like he's done a lot of defensive work, but he hasn't lost that ball carrying, which I love from him. Which is why I think like I wasn't too. It's not that I hated Ugarte. I wanted Zubimendi. That was just me being hopeful, like whatever. But if we can get Ugarte in and he can do that thug work and let Kobe carry the ball, I love it. So that's
I'm
my
gonna throw
ideal midfield pairing.
I'm gonna throw another midfielder out there that's gonna piss you and a lot of United fans off. United might sign two. If we're gonna sign two midfielders, I know it's gonna piss you off. I can already see in
If
your
you
eyes.
if you say who,
Say it. Go ahead.
no,
You
I don't
say
want to. I don't want to bring it to the air because if it's Rabio, you're thinking I'm gonna be so angry. Don't piss me off, bro.
this.
Don't
Is how I
piss me
know.
off.
This is how I know
Don't
this is how I know this is my brother because I didn't even say who
don't,
it was, and he said
bro.
exactly who
Don't
it was.
piss me off. I can't stand him, bro. I I'm obsessed with midfielders. I don't know. I just love watching midfielders. And Rabio gets under my skin every time he plays. I don't like him. Oh,
Hey, listen, he's available in the free. He hasn't signed with nobody. Don't be shocked if Rabio signs with Man United, okay?
whatever, man. We're replacing Scott McTominay for Liverpool shit. McTominay, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Nah, but overall, what do you think about the game? Like everything that you saw.
It was there was some very bad moments, but again, there was still some very good moments. We had two disallowed goals. Like I- sometimes, sometimes you just don't get lucky. Like those and the goals again, the Xerxes goal. I mean the Garnacho goal. We like we lost out on that goal because Xerxes' momentum was too big. It's okay. We lost out on a Rashford goal because he was like, I think was it like his knee was just a tiny bit off or something. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like we created those chances, we just need to put them away. And it's the same thing as last week, where we only beat Fulham 1-0. We're creating those chances and we're pretty solid defensively. Besides for that last goal, I don't know what it was. Everyone just fell asleep there. But I don't want to say I'm walking away with more positives than negatives because we did lose, and I hate that. And I think we should have put that game to bed way earlier.
Mm.
But it's not like, to me, it's not the world is crashing loss. You feel me? It's shit happens in football loss.
It is what it is, man. Like I've seen United go to Anfield and score a winner from John O'Shea. I've seen United do some nonsense against teams that we've been dominated. It happens. That's
Mm-hmm.
football. That's why we play this sport, because it's just, you can't quantify it through XG, you can't qualify it through XA, you can't qualify it through whatever radar, whatever scout you want to use. Just football is football. It's a nonsensical sport, and it gets people riled up, and it makes people be a bunch of punk asses on the internet. So, at the end of the day, there's nothing you really can do. I was frustrated that they conceded that chance. They did a good job clearing it. The second goal, like, it was a good job, like when they
Mm-hmm.
cleared out, but nobody really was in their right spaces. Like, you see Casemiro edge out, McTominay was edging out. Nobody was really covering that left side, and Pedro was all alone. But listen, Brighton, give their flowers to them. Their coach Herzler, he's doing well. 31 years old, he's younger than me. Fucking insane. The guy's 31 years old, coaching a Premier League team, and is doing well. Brighton has a
Mm-hmm.
lot of good attacking options too. To bring on Ruter and the players that they brought on, and
What was
Adingra.
the two right wingers? It was a Dingra that came on, and what was the other guy's name that started?
It was Minte, the
Minte,
Ghanaian,
yes.
the
Like,
Gambian. Sorry.
Gambia, yeah. See, those two, those are very solid. Like, not even solid. Those are like just flat out good players.
Hmm.
And even the midfielder they brought on, the Ghanaian that you're talking about, again, that's good.
The
Like,
Cameroonian, the Balboa.
Cameroonian, yeah,
Yeah,
those are very good players that are like, you gotta give them. I'll give them their respect. They're very good players, and they're playing good football. And that's
yeah.
one thing about. And they did their line was so perfect. They
Yeah.
knew when to step up. They knew when to drop. So I like that. They moved well as a unit.
And they even brought on Julio and Ciso, which is incredible to see. And that's the thing with Brighton. It's like they're a well-run team from the board down, and it doesn't matter who they've had as manager, Graham Potter.
Deserving.
The nasty man. Um, Whether it's the new coach Herzl, is like, this is the same where United are trying to get to, where, like, when the board now starts to implement stuff with Wilcox and Ashworth and
Mm-hmm.
Darren Fletcher and all these other guys, when they implement how they want United to play, it's a plug and play with the coaches. So Eric Ten Hag goes, and new one comes in, and it's just plug and play, and that's what United need to get to. And I feel a lot of fans, they want to rush that process. Where I understand, like, it's frustrating when you're watching a team, you want them to be better. This is year one, baby. It's one transfer window. Like, calm down. Let's judge it in like 3 or 4
Literally.
transfer windows. Let's see where we are. United are making good signings though. Sekou Kone, nobody saw that coming,
At
and
all.
he.
And I won't even pretend like, oh, I'm an expert on him, but like I saw, because a kid from the DMV made it to the Mali U17 World Cup team, so I checked it out. And I heard some very good stuff about people on that team in general. I didn't know. I didn't expect nice on any one of them. But African talents gotta support. So I heard
Yeah,
some good things, and like I'm glad we were able to snap him up. 18 too, so he can like. I heard that we're gonna like have him in U21s and maybe even call him up for a couple like cup games or like barring any injuries.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's frustrating to lose, right? It's annoying to see a team lose. You don't want to see a team lose in that manner. But I think a lot of times people are so concerned about what other fans are gonna banter them saying. It's just like, have some tough skin, bro. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose games. You're gonna win games. What did Craig's dad say on Friday? You win some, you lose some.
You
But at the end
lose
of the day,
some.
you fight.
Like, bro,
So
that's simple. Like, I don't, that's cliche as it sounds. That motto, we go again, is
always
real.
we always go
Like,
again. Yeah.
bro, so like, stop crying on the internet, please.
And some plays are frustrating. Marcus Rashford, we want a lot more better from Rashford. But Rashford and Leao are the same person. I've said this
Yeah.
over and over again, that the same frustrations they'll give you, the same joy they'll give you. Leao and Rashford are some brilliant players when they're on it, and they're amazing players when they're feeling and they're healthy. They're great players, but when they frustrate you, they'll piss you off. That Leao pass yesterday against Palmer, he's the reason why
It
Palmer
was so
scored, because
fast.
he tried to force a pass in, and they counted on them. And
Yeah.
that's just the brilliance and beauty of, like, and the chaos of, like, a talented player like that. You have a mercurial winger who, it can be a source of joy and a source of pain at the same time. And the same thing with Rashford. Like, Rashford, had his knee not been onside, he would have scored a scorpion kick on the stomach, basically.
Like,
So
what are we doing? And I'm the biggest Rashford fan most of you people know. It's okay. I'm the biggest Rashford defender. Like, I'm gonna start creating burners like KD to start defending my boy. But like, it is a very frustrating player. But like you said, very frustrating. Like when he's off, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? But to think we can replace that man and what he done at 26 years old, he's going to be top 10 in goals and top 5 in assists in United history. If you think you can just replace that on the fly, you've lost your mind. That is an excellent player. And again, it's fair to criticize players. It's okay. If they're bad, you can say you played bad. But don't paint their entire career or the entire player because you're frustrated. I see people doing it with people did it with Garnacho. People do it with Rashford. Even people are doing it with Martinez. And I want you guys to understand you're stupid. You're very dumb. Lisandro Martinez is up there as one of the better center backs in this league. Okay, like please, like just let's use our head here. Stop, stop painting players' whole careers or whole playing style because of one bad game or one bad moment. Because what you see is a bad game, the coach and everyone else sees wasn't their best game, but they did some stuff that helped. Shut up.
I mean, to add to your point, Ahmad was not. He made some mistakes in that first half. He should have released the ball to Bruno. Instead, he played a
Hmm.
short pass to Rashford, and everyone was blaming Rashford for it. Ahmad did not do too hot. He scored his goal, and it shows like sometimes you just gotta just believe in the talent, believe in the faith, man. Like Ahmad scored a really good goal because he finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna take on the player. So there are talented players in the squad.
Exactly.
It's gonna take some time, for the players to gel and click. But we're in August. We're in August. This is what August 25th. My
Hmm.
guy, Farah Ballet, relax. Like, yo, we're not even in the wintertime yet. We're not even done Champions League draw. We haven't done Europa League draw. We haven't done any of this. And you're crying about 2 games to the season. My guy, please relax. There was a time where I forgot, there was a team, just this random teams that would do well in the beginning of the season, like, oh, they're gonna make a title run. Next thing you know, they're not there no more. They're a mid-table club.
Southampton was this like 2018, 2019? Southampton was in the top four for like till like December. They ended up finishing like 10th. Relax.
Just calm
Like
down. City does this all the time. They'll dog walk you at the end of the season, end up winning the title because guess what? It's a marathon, not a
not
sprint.
a
So
sprint exactly.
calm down. What else did you take away from the game? Anything else that you saw that caught your eye? Anything like that?
United only have two good midfielders right now, two good central midfielders.
Hmm.
Mason Mount, I've all but like I get it, injury last year, but I'm still not seeing enough. And I think till he has to come off the bench. He can't be starting. And again, people are gonna tell me his pressing and all that stuff's amazing. I'm sorry. If as a midfielder your best attribute is pressing, you can't start from me. We're not like this not an Xbox controller. I'm not There's not buttons, bro. Move. Like on the ball, he was bad yesterday. I just not the first two games. I think he was bad on the ball. So please stop with this false nine, Bruno. Like start Xerxes, or if you think he's not ready, push Rashford there. I know he's not the best, but I'm sick of Bruno at false nine and Mason Mount as the camp. It's not working. And uh, we got rid of McTominay, so that's good. Hopefully we can bring in Ugarte. And please, Ericsson, I randomly remember Ericsson is on this team. He has to go too, like for his sake and our sake too. So just please get me better midfielders.
Dream world scenario. If you guys, for you, tell me, who'd you bring in and who'd you sell? We got like 5 days, 6 days left in the transfer window. Who'd you sell? Who'd you bring in?
The Ugarte one, I'm fine with. I hope we can bring him in. McTominay is gone. Mm, I mean they're injured, so we can't sell them right now. But Luke Shaw or Malacia, because injuries suck. But I don't see us buying another fullback right now, so I would say keep him. But in a dream scenario, we get rid of either Malacia or Luke Shaw. More likely, I'm leaning towards Malacia. We can't sell him right now; he's injured. And then we bring in a quality backup, but like someone who's almost on Luke Shaw's level, because they're very fullbacks on Luke Shaw's actual level. And then so when Luke Shaw can like take his time and like he can split games and not play like 40, 50 games a season, not put that stress on his body, have someone that can cover him. Uh, Midfield options that I want to see. I think we're good in the forward department because whatchamacallit is gonna be coming back Hoyland is coming back from injury soon, and we can do all that. Basel, Sancho, I'm sorry, it's time to pack your bags and go. If Juve offers that 45 million, they're rumored to take it. Anthony, I don't care what you do, you just gotta leave. Uh, and again, this is like you said, dream scenario. I know we're not gonna be able to make these sales like that, but dream signings, I'm not even sure yet because my dream signing this summer those being Kepler Thuram or Zubamendi, and Thuram is already moved. Zubamendi is not moving. I rejected Liverpool, so I don't know yet. I would still need to like just see where the team does need help at because I
Mhm.
also haven't seen Toby Collier play fully yet. So I think he could deputize for Ugarte and Casemiro and Kobe when needed. So yeah.
I mean, to add to your point, I'd honestly get rid of. It's gonna sound insane. 2 center midfielders. I would get another left back, and I would throw a wild card out there because I don't give a damn. And if you guys don't like it, beat me up because I know you can't. Ademola Lookman.
Listen, I don't understand how like we haven't looked in that direction yet because I think he could work. He could work for us. You people want like we can have Garnacho and Ahmad on that right, Lukman and Rashford on that left. I think it could work.
And I think for me, look, Ademola can play all sorts of positions. He can play on the left. He can play striker. He can play false nine. Lookman can do it all.
Hmm.
So that's who I'm looking at. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what United are gonna do. I'm excited for the future. I mean, it's one of these things where I think it's cautious positivity for me. I think that's what it is with being a United fan right now. It's like I'm glad Dan Ashworth and all those guys are doing what they're doing. Villavelli, that guy who's the one, the guy that they got from Chelsea, who was also at Salzburg back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like, they're making good pieces, they're making good things. It's just as the season progresses, we'll see. I'm not the biggest fan of Eric Ten Hag, but again, I see why they didn't get somebody else because
He's bald.
I mean,
Like
Kieran
he's so
McKenna yesterday
bald.
against Man City decided
City.
to be open, and I
Mm.
was like, "Why are you doing this? Like, what?
After you
What?
got that early goal too. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just, yo, what are you doing?" So I get it. There wasn't anybody in the market. De Zerbi's a nasty man. We see what he's trying to do at Liga. What's it called?
Marseille. I don't. That man's building a league of dishonorable gentlemen over there. What the
I mean,
hell?
the next person they're gonna probably sign is end up gonna be in probably Thomas Partey. Uh, just weird case FC over there, man. Just everybody got a weird case. Everybody got something crazy going on.
Hey.
Allegations FC. They gonna sign Benjamin Mendy next. So yo, what are
Yikes.
y'all doing? Just disgusting stuff. But yeah, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, United are getting to a place where it's good. It's fun times. Despite the losses, I saw some good stuff in the loss. I did see some stuff I didn't like. I just wish the four was a little bit more clinical. But
Yeah.
this will come with time, man. I just can't wait for Rashford to come back, bolster up the squad. Like you said, I want to see Mason Mount off the bench. I feel our bench will be stronger with options like Mason Mount off the bench.
Yeah.
Bringing in Ugarte and another midfielder will help Casemiro. Casemiro will be a good option off the bench. Again, Harry Maguire, flowers to him, man. I got nothing but love for Harry Maguire now. I respect him. But yeah, we just need to chill out. Are there any academy kids you want to see this season that like you have your eye on?
Dan Gore, please get fit. I need you. I need to see you playing at midfield. And also, remember how I shouted out randomly Jack Fletcher? He's
Yeah,
been scoring some bangers in the academy. He has like 3 goals in the last 2 games. I don't know if you saw. But
yeah.
also, and again, um, Harry Amas, please. I just need to see him in like senior football one time. I don't want to see him for the full season. But what I saw in preseason had me really excited. So I do want to see him. That's just my main two, Dan Gore and Harry Amas. So Dan
I
Gore,
give
please
you,
get healthy.
I give you one. Jace
Who?
Fitzgerald. Jace
Yeah. Oh
Fitzgerald.
my. Yes. He's the CDM center back, right? Or
Yeah, they
center
put him at
midfielder.
center back. They put him at center back, but
Yes.
he's a midfielder. Yeah. But
Yes.
they put him at center back. Mhm.
There's another one, Jace Fitzgerald, and because this guy also plays center mid with him. Oh my days.
We have way too many talented players in our U18. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
U18,
we do.
yeah, our
We
U18 has been
do.
very, very freaky. How good like United have, and again that goes back to United going back at the board level and realizing, hey, we need to really revamp everything that we're doing because
Mm-hmm.
we're not doing too well. So, it's one of these things where it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time as a United fan where I understand the frustrations. I understand you guys want to lash out on the internet, but stop being a bitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop crying. Like just stop being a bitch and you'll be all right. Just what can you do? And I was over that loss as soon as it happened. I went right to bed because I was like, you know what?
Man, what? I went outside. I drank some ginger tea and went for a walk. Start doing that, guys.
What are you, Kendrick Lamar?
You feel me? I'm recentering myself so I can hate properly. Okay. I'm gonna get a good hate watching this season. Don't worry, guys. I'm here. Don't let your team lose. Cause I see you guys talking. That's another thing. I'm not diplomatic. I see you guys talking all your trash about United on the timeline. Let your team lose. I'm right there. I'm right there. When you least
anything
expect it, I'm right there.
anything else you want to add about United before we head out
Uh,
of here?
no, not really. Win me something, and no lower than top four.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
and if anyone from United is watching this, send me those Adidas tracksuits right now. You can get in contact with me. I'm gonna start using my quote unquote platform for free merch. I'm
yeah,
not I'm not above it.
you know what? May not have sent me that. I want to show you guys how to do hashtag menswear
You feel me?
with the United stuff. But nah,
You
man,
feel
listen,
me?
it was a frustrating loss. I understand it. To put everything out back in perspective, it was a frustrating loss. I do understand where fans come from. I do understand, like, that sometimes people want to see change immediately, but change happens progressively. It's not going to take overnight for that to get better. But the signs are there. The signs are there that the club is heading to a much better direction. The players in a much better direction. So, yeah, just take your time, calm down. After a loss, win, draw, whatever, drink some ginger tea, get a walk in, and stop being a punk.
You feel
That's
me, man?
if this really is like stop being a punk. It's far more worse things in the world that's happening right now than United losing. I promise you, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So myself, Tosin, and Tommy, we're out. Everyone, take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Take a shot.